Happy New Year! It's Jee Sifu right here. So today we're going to talk about some New Year topic, Tai Sui. Tai Sui is something that everyone is kind of concerned about when the New Year comes. And it's kind of funny. Why are you not worried about it on your normal days and only worry about it when it's the New Year? It's actually a problem that sticks to you for the whole year. So you gotta be aware of it and know what it is actually like, what the actual problems at the back. So today I'm gonna explain this to you. First of all, we got to introduce a concept, which is the you right here is not the full you. Okay? You have different bodies, different layers, and locally, right here, you have your physical body, your soul body, and your energy body. And it's like one layer and other layer and other layer like that. The physical body is the body that you can touch and see, but the soul and the energy body you cannot. However, there are more than that. Okay? This thing that you got, it's called the spiritual planetary body, your Yun Sun. And it's your personal planet. It's not a planet that you can like travel to space and see it. It's a spiritual planet. It's your own life source. Okay? All your life potentials are from this thing. So every day when we sleep, right? When we sleep, energies from this world that we accumulated throughout the day will go group in to the heart. And then the heart will take that stuff and beams it out with your soul. Your soul will travel to the Yun Sun, the spiritual planet, and then gives it to the planet. The spiritual planet then returns you back with its energy, which is the pre-heaven energies. We call Yun Hei. These energies come back to you when you are awake. You feel energized, like your battery got recharged. So you have the power to stay focused in life, to feel the direction in life. Like, I know what I'm doing today, right? And then you have the power to think, and you have the power to make your body do what you have thought of. This is the purpose of the spiritual planetary body. It's supposed to take the load for you, what you don't want here or what you don't need here, it takes it. And then it gives you back what it doesn't need, which gives you the power to go through another day. So you see, what happened if this planet is not connecting well with you this year, or it has some problems with you this year, right? Then you cannot get the full potentials in your life. You will be like waking up and not feeling so focused, not feeling the direction of what you should be doing, or you could be feeling the wrong things and then the whole day you wasted on something that is not useful. So to be able to utilize the potentials in your life, you need to have a good communication, good connection with this planet up there. That is the Tai Sui issue, which is you have problem this year connecting to your own spiritual planetary body. There are 5 types of problems which relates to the 5 elements. So this thing up here can have problem connecting to you. It can have problems giving, like delivering its stuff to you. It can have problem here and there. But whatever the problem is, not going into too deep about that. If you want to know, you can read from my blog. Go to tenyetdragon.com. I actually wrote about it. So whatever the problem is, it's all about you not being able to take the full potentials from your life source. So what's the solution? The solution is that, well, my own power plant is not supplying me power, or it's like having trouble delivering power to me this year. Then I need to have backups. Okay? So that's why in Talismanic we offers a remedy called the Tai Sui. Tai Sui Fu means is that you're carrying a piece of paper, right? That's the Fu. It's a ticket for you to connect to our source in the lineage, right? Taoist connects to the power of a sect or even their altar, right? So you cannot get the pre-heaven energies from your own source. Then we borrow our source for you. So you can then use the Tai Sui Fu to act as your second source of this kind of energy. That's how you fix the problem. Okay? So by getting a second source to supply what you need to like fuel you for everyday life, you'll be able to power up yourself again, and you'll be able to overcome those problems of the Fan Tai Sui. So how do I know if I'm Fan Tai Sui? Well, I would say, okay, first of all, it doesn't matter what animal you're like, born in. You can treat this as like I am on the list already and just do it. It doesn't matter you are or not Fan Tai Sui. You can do this too, right? It's like there's power, but I still have my power banks. It's fine, okay? It's not gonna like be a problem. But the way to calculate is very complex, and sometimes you run into some like common mistake, like, oh, my date of birth is not correct, my time of birth not correct, right? Then it's very hard to know if it's like really Fan Tai Sui. If you think that this year, like you went through a month already and you keep having problems, keep having hiccups, then that could be a big chance you're pretty screwed by this. Okay? Now, typically, to know if you're a Fan Tai Sui or not, you look at your year of birth, month, date, and time of birth. In the Chinese calendar system, they use the heavenly stems and earthling branches, Tin Gong Dei Ji system. Okay? So if you fall into the Fan Tai Sui category, which can be spotted by like using these elements, right? First of all, the animal that you're born in, right? That's like the earthling branches, okay? That you're born in, the year of birth. If that one is on the Fan Tai Sui list, matches you, okay? You're basically Fan Tai Sui in general, like you have this problem. But it's not going to kill you. There are the month, date, and time. If all four elements are Fan Tai Sui, like it matches the list, then you have a big problem. So the more factor out of the four being on the Fan Tai Sui list, meaning the more severe it is for you. But I mean, seriously, why bother trying to calculate all that, right? That's why I say when it's like the beginning of the year, you should get a Tai Sui Fu for the whole year. And if you keep going and you see that your life is kind of stuck, bad luck and many hiccups and so on for the whole year, then you need to get another one to make sure that you have like this backup source to help you, because your Fan Tai Sui issue could be pretty bad. But anyway, if you need help, remember, you can always comment here and I will answer your question. If you need Tai Sui Fu, you can go to our website, tnetdragon.com. See you next time. Bye-bye.